Today we're going to be talking about
Mexican history! Little known fact. The first of Mexico's indigenous civilizations came into being around 1000 BC.
These people were the Olmecs.
The Olmecs were the civilization that created the Mesoamerican long count calendar.
This was used by many of the civilizations that succeeded them.
And with it came the idea of zero.
You have probably heard of this as the infamous Mayan calendar.
The Olmecs also developed the first writing system in the Western Hemisphere.
After the Olmecs disappeared around 400 BC, the Mayans, Aztecs, and Toltecs settled in.
These groups were extremely advanced.
For example, the Mayans had a fully developed writing system, the most accurate number system at the period in time, and until the last century, the most accurate calendar in the world.
Even with all the great scientific advances, the Mayans still had appeared to have been a pretty gruesome civilization.
They even practiced human sacrifice.
Unfortunately, the Mayans' reign was short.
The Aztecs were on the rise.
They appeared around 1248 and were extremely advanced.
The Aztecs also practiced human sacrifice.
Like the Mayans, their reign was destined to end.
In 1519, Hernan Cortez, his army, and the other indigenous people allied against the Aztecs.
After the war in 1521, the Aztec capital Tenochtitlan was completely destroyed.
The Aztecs who survived were forced to live in exile in Mexico City, known as Texcoco.
Here began the colonial period of Spain.
After the defeat of the Aztecs, it took another 50 years to completely put out the reign of the Mesoamerica.
In the next 3 centuries, more than 650,000 Spaniards settled in Mexico.
Since most of the settlers were men, they intermarried widely with the indigenous women, which created the mestizo people that now populates Mexico.
The colony of Mexico was then added to what is known as the Viceroyalty of New Spain, which also included Cuba, Puerto Rico, Central America, Costa Rica, Florida, and the Philippines.
As time went on, the mestizos began to become restless.
During the American and French Revolutions, Mexican rebels became inspired and saw an opportunity to rebel in 1808, as Spain was overcome by war.
On the 16th of September, 1810, Miguel Hidalgo y Castilla began a rebellion shouting independence and death to the Spaniards.
They declared war on Spain, and by September 27, 1821, the Treaty of Cordoba was signed, and Mexico was declared independent.
This concludes our presentation.
Are you videoing? Developed the first writing system in the Western Hemisphere.
The Treaty of Cordoba was signed by Mexico.